Defense and military spending corruption. The Pentagon has just flunked another audit. Again, trillions, yes, trillions, in assets remain unaccounted for. That means the US Department of Defense, with the biggest budget on the planet, cannot explain where vast amounts of taxpayer money went. Meanwhile, in Europe, emergency defense contracts worth billions are being rushed through with almost zero oversight, all under the banner of helping Ukraine. Are we seeing the largest blank check in history? Who's cashing in? The numbers are there, but the answers aren't. Big Pharma lobbying and health policy. You've heard of big oil. But do you know who spends even more to sway your politicians? Big Pharma. In the US alone, drug companies spend over $300 million every year on lobbying. More than oil, more than defense, more than tech. That's why America pays the highest drug prices in the world. In Europe, regulators have even been caught leaving their posts, only to join the same pharmaceutical boards they once policed. So who's writing your health policy? Scientists or shareholders? Financial sector and tax havens. London is still the money laundering capital of the world. Billions from oligarchs, dictators and tax dodgers flow into property and shell companies, right under the noses of UK regulators. And it's not just Britain. Ireland, Luxembourg and the Netherlands quietly help some of the world's biggest corporations slash their tax bills. So while you're paying more at home, global elites are parking fortunes in Western capitals. The question is, whose system is this really working for? EU Qatargate bribery scandal. Cash in suitcases, lavish gifts. Members of the European Parliament accused of taking money from Qatar and Morocco in exchange for influence. It was one of the EU's biggest corruption scandals ever. Arrests were made, headlines flared, and then silence. Business as usual. How does a scandal of this scale just vanish from the news cycle? And what does that say about how power really works in Brussels? Corporate lobbying capture. They call it the revolving door. Regulators leave government and walk straight into cushy jobs with the very industries they were supposed to police. In the US, Wall Street execs bounce into Washington and back again. In the UK, MPs and lords openly work as paid consultants for corporations. In Brussels, lobbyists outnumber journalists 10 to 1. Is democracy really about your vote or about who can afford the best lobbyist? COVID Recovery Fund. Misuse. Remember the billions pumped out during the pandemic? In the US, watchdogs say tens of billions went to fraud and politically connected companies. In Europe, an €800 billion COVID recovery fund is being handed out with limited oversight, and some of it has already gone missing. For many, COVID was a nightmare. For others, it was the business opportunity of a lifetime. But where exactly did your money go? Corruption in policing and surveillance contracts. Your police force is going high-tech, drones, facial recognition, AI surveillance. But here's what you're not told. Many of these multi-million-dollar contracts are going to private firms with political connections. In the US, local police are being armed with military-grade equipment through shadowy contracts. In Europe, surveillance companies are quietly shaping the laws that will govern how you're watched. Is this really about safety or about profit?